Alright everybody, welcome back to the stream. I hope you're doing great today. I'm having a little bit of a new setup. Let's see how it goes. Let me know if, I don't know, the music is too loud or the microphone is weird or whatnot. But yeah, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing great. Today will be this is not what we'll be doing today. We will be drawing a spring robot today. There on Instagram there is this big kind of like a challenge called March of Robots. Hey Schmidtcopter, Nervin, nice to see you both here. So yeah, as you know, there is this March of Murloc trend on Instagram, or not a trend, but like a challenge, spring. And I thought, it's spring right now, even though outside it doesn't seem that springy. So I thought we can do some spring robots, just as a random topic, kind of. And I already did some of the preliminary sketches. Oh, sprint is in the title. Oh, jeez. Jeez, Rick. Wait, spring. Yeah, that's better. Thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, so the idea is a spring robot, and I thought maybe it could be anything. Like it could be the robot that is made out of a spring, like this one. It could be a robot that is in the spring, like here, or maybe it's cleaning the spring so animals can drink from it if it's post-apocalyptic environment or something like that. Or it could be like just a flower pot with a with a mechanical leg, or like maybe the robot that mimics flowers, and that's why it's so hidden during the spring or something like that. But I actually like these two guys. This one reminds me of the giant robot cartoon, and this one I think is just maybe a fun idea of a robot that grows dangerous plants, and because for dangerous for humans, maybe like poisonous or plants that can bite or something like that. No, I thought just to test an idea, yesterday I did some sketches, and I didn't want to start with a clean paper. I wanted to have something kind of already on the paper so we can start straight ahead, but I will do some more sketches if you're up to it. First of all, let me open this new block of watercolor paper. Which ones are your favorite? I think I will pick maybe, I kind of also like this Sentinel. I will pick one of those and do some more sketches and explorations on that, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Sounds like a plan? You're a little quiet today. Or is it just me? It could be I'm using the new microphone. Let's see. The sound is on max here. I can make myself a little bit louder. Let me know if that helps. Anyway, I think I will be working on these probably three guys, like 1, 2, 3. Which ones which ones do you prefer though? And what do you think of the task? Does it sound like just some weird shit? Or something you also want to draw? There was a shadow of my cup there. I like the guy who is putting water on the flower. You mean this one, right? Yeah, I kind of like him as well. Maybe I'll do some of the sketches of that guy. I think I want to do like a front view or something like that. Said sleepy, these two. We need a third vote. But I think I might do both of them in like as little sketches, and then we'll see. So this guy, I think whenever you're designing a character or when you're drawing like an illustration or a composition of some sorts, it's cool to have some sort of story behind them. So you know, like if that's the guy who we're drawing, what does he need to have to fulfill his job? You know, like, is it just this canister at the back that he is carrying everywhere to water the plants? You know, like I kind of like to keep stuff I don't know, believable in a way. Like, I don't like to make it hyper realistic, but whenever I'm designing something, I kind of want it to be physically buildable and kind of make sense in a way. But with the robots, it's always tough because I never really build a robot, so kind of don't really know what's believable and what's possible, but let's see. So I was thinking he has really long legs because he's going through very tall grass. Makes sense? I guess in a way. You might have like special additional I don't know, maybe some grapples or hooks. The other problem that I'm facing is with music. For some reason the music doesn't go into my ears anymore, which is unfortunate, so I can't really test it. I'm hoping it's working as it used to. So maybe there is this robot with a huge water tank behind him. It looks a little bit like a rafter, you know, people who float on rivers in those rafts. I think they also have these huge things behind them. He's carrying it as a kind of like as a backpack. Some sort of watering can here. I don't know. Maybe there is like a valve with what is this called in English? I don't know. The hose? Yeah, maybe something like that. And then in the other hand, could be like he has this, maybe a robotic arm with a shovel. I don't know, something like that. Doesn't really have to be too specific. It's nice to see some robots here. There's way too many women in my Instagram feed today. Yeah, let's switch from characters and portraits to some robots. How do you sort your Instagram feed though? Do you try to keep it, you know, like inspiring for you, so you only follow the stuff that will want you make more art, or will show you the art that you ultimately want to make? Or do you just kind of follow whatever you see, whatever you find, and it inspires you right now? Like, do you have any planning there, or like a filter? True, it's International Women's Day. Well, congratulations to all international women. If you're an international woman, I congratulate you. But seriously, it's interesting with this International Women's Day that some people find it offensive for some reason. Some, I don't know. I don't have any opinion on that day. I think if people want to, you know, celebrate each other and be nice to each other and gift each other some stuff, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. I think it's a good thing. The problem arises when you start to think about the reasons, or like the history of the thing, of that holiday, and then some people might get angry, or I don't know, upset. But nowadays, whatever you do, some people will get upset, so there is kind of no way around it. You know what I thought? Maybe the water tank shouldn't be that big. Maybe like the robot has the water tank, but also he needs to have some sort of like maybe like a bag or a shelf somewhere that he can carry the flowers with, you know. Maybe like a, I don't know, maybe he's carrying the tank. Maybe he is the tank of water, and then he is just carrying plants on the back, like this little, like a kind of like a little greenhouse. I don't know, not sure, but I like the idea of adding some plants there. Maybe his body is like a water tank. Do you think this robot needs a name, or like the type? Maybe we can come up with something by the end of the stream. Let's see how he turns out first. So he will have like a rib cage kind of that holds the water tank. I like him having one eye though. So he has like a shell to hold the water tank. Maybe here are like the indicators or something like that for the levels of water and I don't know, the qualities of the water. Maybe he adds some chemicals there so the plants can live better lives. Yeah, it's weird that we're drawing robots on the International Women's Day, but also good. We're breaking the stereotypes. So yeah, and then on the back, this would be like his kind of additional construction here with shelves of flowers. Something like this, maybe. Maybe it's a robot that makes onions. Who knows? Alright, so yeah, and then the same stuff here. Maybe he has like this water gun. I don't know. Kind of just randomly adding stuff to this robot by this time. And long legs. He can actually, like, he doesn't really have to have legs at all. He's a robot. He can have some sort of like machinery there. The other thing I like to check and kind of keep in mind is symmetry. I kind of like things asymmetrical, or at least, I don't know, to me they tend to communicate more interest in a way. Alright, so this is like a sentinel robot in kind of like maybe post-apocalyptic environment who is walking around. Humans are no longer there. I mean, he's just walking and watering the plants. Let's keep him peeking out here. Maybe he can have more than 2 legs, but I think I will stick with this so far for now. I also really like those hoses everywhere. I don't know if they make any sense constructionally, maybe not. Alright, so what do you guys think? Do you think he is missing something? Do you think he's okay? Maybe he is not in post-apocalyptic world. Maybe he is just dealing with the dangerous plants, with dangerous plants. Yeah. So he can either feed them or get rid of them depending on what people need. And it would be cool if this robot would be just like a barrel. He can he can fold himself into a barrel and then unfold himself into a proper robot. That would be fun. Anyway, let's, I guess, move on. Let's pick some details from the sketches that we like and then just move on into a bigger sketch. So from this guy, I kind of like this whole pose. I mean but that's it. I like this overgrowth effect on this guy. Maybe he will have something like that on the background somewhere. But let's see where this goes. This will be kind of the body and the head of our robot, I think, somewhere in this space. Just very lightly sketching. Maybe he has like a motion curve. I almost wanted to tap with 2 fingers to undo it. I'm drawing an iPad too much. And you know, like what I like about this idea, you know, like we have water tank, we have like a head, hands, feet, and then like a backpack with stuff. And you can apply this to sort of any style you want. Like you can have water in like in literal barrel and make you more, I don't know, kind of steampunky. Or maybe he has, I don't know, it could be like a Roman amphora, or I mean Greek amphora, or like a Roman vial of some sorts, you know, like you can, and he can be like a legionnaire or something, you know what I mean, like you can take him in any direction, kind of depending on the style. Right, so he will have some sort of like a base here to hold the stuff, and like big joints. I also created some references on Pinterest if you're interested, and I think I'm curving this too much because he's a robot after all. He doesn't have these very natural curves, I think. Does this pose make any sense? I'm not sure. Who is good at figure drawing? Can you like tell me what's wrong with this pose? If anyone is good at that, though. I bought myself a wooden figurine so I can practice figure drawing, but haven't done much of it. I did, I think, one. Which you can definitely steal any of the ideas, but which one do you mean? Is this one the creepy flower pot with a mechanical leg, or you mean this robot that carries flower pots everywhere? Any one of those you can easily steal. Just don't forget to post it somewhere that we can see it, because I think that's the most interesting part. You know, I was watching that other stream the other day, on Friday. I was watching Illustrator's stream, and like he's great with sorry, He's great with this like sketchy approach to art. Like he's making his own brushes that look amazing, and you know, like all that kind of stuff. Robot flower pot, yeah, go for it. That sounds great. Yeah, so he has this like, great approach with sketchy atmospheric environments, mostly, as far as I saw. And I think it like this is what I'm liking, this the sketchiness approach. And I just was watching his stream and I thought, okay, why not learn something? And I was just copying what he was drawing and trying to not get too much into details, and that was really fun and I think also helpful. So there is definitely value in doing stuff you're not really comfortable with or that you haven't practiced as much. It's a looks like a watering rifle though. Interesting. Maybe it has some like additional sections here and there for extra chemicals to add at the last moment. Maybe there are some volatile compounds that can only be added at the very last minute or something like that. Of course we need to add some hoses here and there, which we will do later, but yeah, in general I think we can make this rifle thing quite interesting. We'll add more details later, but I also decided to make his head a little bit more interesting and kind of add, I don't know, just make it taller. Doesn't make it necessarily more interesting, but maybe some sort of like I don't know, protective coating here for his head. Yeah, maybe something along these lines. And then he might have, yeah, what about the shelf with flower pots? Doesn't seem like shelf is a good robot design. Don't you think? Like it seems like shelf is not really something people would build for a robot to have. I wonder also, let's make a quick sketch of this robot if he has these legs, like kind of like spider legs, but 4 of them. He immediately looks much more creepy. Yeah, I don't know, he looks... What do you think? Does it make sense to add these 4 legs? I think yeah, that's actually do that. He looks a little bit more like a robot with that. But then how do we do this? This and this. Not sure. I kind of nah. I didn't like that. Let's keep him as he was kind of for now. Maybe he has one leg, but then he would have a lot of troubles rolling around. Kind of don't like that his legs are too short now in the space that I left. Maybe I'll just make them really long. They will go off the screen. Something like this. Yeah, I think this makes a little bit more sense, and maybe his shoulder blades are the shelves. Like maybe he has these kind of shoulder blades that hold on these like flower pots. It doesn't look stable though. Doesn't look quite robotic. Maybe they're just like these glass compartments with some seeds. Something like this. And then he has like a backpack with stuff. Maybe it's even taller than him. Yeah, I guess we'll keep him like that. How is it going on your side though, guys? Are you drawing something? Drawing any robots? Flower pot robots? Something like this maybe. Not drawing, but doing that crochet llama leg. Crochet llama leg. It's also cool. Yeah, I don't know what he has on the backpack though. Maybe it's just I don't know, this shape. What would the robot have as a backpack? Do you think he has just more of those containers with flowers? Or is there like a stack of flower pots here that he can use? Or what will he have? And what about the background? Yeah, let's also think about that. So I'm kind of imagining the composition to fit in this frame here, kind of like this maybe. Come on, pencil. The thing you never struggle with in digital painting is the graphite problems. Although you do have other problems there, so I guess it equals itself out. So yeah, we have this robot carrying a lot of stuff. And maybe like some things sticking out, and maybe there are some plants overgrowing there, or like, because if there are no humans, then maybe he wasn't cleaned for a long time and there are like these vines everywhere and flowers sticking out. Maybe something like that. And on the background here, let's put in some, maybe like, I don't know what kind of trees could be there, like jungle trees, because he's dealing with dangerous plants. Maybe there's like a tree with these huge roots coming on one side, and something similar on the other side. Let's see. Maybe there is like a little plant with open mouth that's ready to eat. Don't know, something along these lines maybe. Let's see. So maybe like a flower here, some leaves there, some stuff here. Yeah, actually I think that could be a nice image. Now let's switch to probably pen, ink pen. What do you say? Let's lighten up this pencil sketch a little bit, and I think I will go straight to inking, and if it doesn't work out, then it's okay. Don't know if I need another pass with the pencil for more details, maybe not. But as soon as you start adding ink on it, it really starts coming together. I guess partially because on the stream it becomes much more visible, and I don't know, somehow it starts to look very finished. But before I do ink, actually I want to work a little bit on some of the details. For instance, like this rifle, I think it might be good to kind of think it through beforehand a little bit. So we have this, it's not really a rifle, it's more like a water pistol. Maybe it should handle like this, and then the trigger here. I don't know why the handle is made for human hands. Maybe it was first used by humans and then they created the robots to do this dangerous work, because too many people were dying from the plants. maybe we can make them just these colorful bottles at the bottom. Something like that, and maybe there was okay. Second handle? Does it need a second handle? Maybe it does. Here's the second handle here. Or maybe not, maybe it's just part of this whole gears and like devices attached to this gun for more sci-fi look. Yeah, I guess that would do. Yeah, something like that maybe. Yeah, I think I haven't finished one of my thoughts regarding the references. And the thought was that there are references for robots if you're interested. And to access them, you just type !refs, and then you'll get the link to the Pinterest board with some of the different robots that I found. I think it's always nice to get some research done before you start drawing, especially if it's something based on the reality and you want it to kind of have maybe a little bit more real look, so to say. I mean, I'm not really saying that this looks real, but at least these references, they give you some inspiration and some, you know, like understanding of what other people put into this same concept, kind of. Let's make the bottles move a bit sideways, because at the bottom I think they kind of wouldn't make much sense. What is good about the robots that you, especially these like kind of humanoid robots, you don't really need to care too much about the proportions, because at some point any kind of robot will be possible to build. So, you know, it doesn't have to be super modern and contemporary, like it can be a little weird and futuristic. Why not? He needs some like protective stuff, I guess, on the sides and on the forearms, because the plants, they're dangerous, they're trying to bite you. Right, so something like that, I guess. Some more details on this side as well. It's interesting that, like, you don't, when you think about it, you know, why do people and robots have armor? Is to prevent themselves from being hurt, which makes sense. So with this robot, Like you would also think, okay, he needs armor to prevent himself from being hurt, but plants, at least in his case, aren't really like intelligent, you know. So you can easily design some armor that prevents from, you know, like blunt attacks or just, you know, plant biting you, without really considering that, you know, like this enemy or whatever, this danger can be smart, and, you know, if you have a hole in your armor, it will utilize that. That's not the case with plants, because plants are not really intelligent, as far as I know, kind of. And I'm vegetarian, so I wouldn't know, I guess. So I guess something like, maybe there is, I don't know, there is no feeling that this shape is circular, but I'm also not sure anymore. Maybe it's like a cube barrel. Something like this. Maybe there are like some, like a screen, little screen here with some, like a number pad and some buttons at the bottom, and I don't know what not. Maybe some like more indicators on the side. I don't know, I'm just kind of adding random stuff here. Maybe there is like a big front light on the side on one of his breasts. Yeah, I don't know, kind of like this, and then his mouth here. Maybe this whole thing in front is like a big hose, because this, again, maybe, just maybe, this whole robot costume was made out of parts of the human costume of workers who worked on these dangerous botanical tasks. Maybe like this costume was first used by the workers, and then when they decided to not do it with humans anymore, they kind of used the same what is it called, the same armor, like in the same suit, to make these robots. And now maybe I should go a little bit more wild with this rifle and try to add some more of these like weird stuff. Like these tubes here with some stuff, I don't know. How is it going so far on your side? You have anything to share, like a llama leg or a flower pot robot? if you do, you can either send it to, yeah, you can just send it to Telegram. Maybe there is a better way to share art. Maybe like you can just post links somewhere and I will create a little frame on the stream somewhere here or here where you can see the stuff that other people share. Or maybe there could be like a gallery, like a rotation gallery of the images with the hashtag or something like that. We can definitely think of that if you guys feel like it's something worthy for you. This is like a glass container with little seeds and things there. Maybe he has this container only on one side, and on the other side he has this backpack sticking out. Kinda like his backpack everywhere though. I finished the first leg, only 3 more to go. I shared something I'm not sure about yet. Let's see. And if any of the new joiners don't know what is Schmelikopfer talking about, she's talking about our Telegram channel where you can post stuff in side notes and then we can take a look at it on stream together. This is a flower. This is amazing. This is a flower pot robot that picked on his own hair. I really like how he did the arms and the legs, especially the legs. Really good. Keep it up and yeah, share something later when there is some more progress. That one looks really cool. I'm excited about the start. What about his backpack? Maybe let's put another seed container here. Nervin says it's the llama leg is gigantic. Literally, I thought it would be a little project for maybe a month. Started like a year ago. Yeah, that llama turned out to be huge. Oh no, maybe here is this little plant growing, that like the little carnivore plant. Look at this guy. So to power this robot, maybe at the back he has just like a huge battery or some kind of like a way of generating the energy. I meant the llama is gigantic, not the leg. Yeah, the llama is huge, the one that you're doing. Alright, something maybe like that. Maybe there's some sort of, I don't know, whatever details will appear there by themselves later. Let's see. I will take a picture of that as a sketch process. Oh, Nervin is showing the llama that she's crocheting during the stream. This is a really big llama. Although, yeah, it's, I mean, it has two, is it ears or paws next to it? Llama though. I will also post, maybe not. It's a great llama. And yeah, if you want to join Telegram, it's t.me/sketchbook. With that in mind, let's switch to the pen again. Now we have a little bit more details, a little bit more pencil mass and dirt here to work with, so I guess let's just go ahead and try to work with what we have. Ears of the llama. Alright, first strike done. Do you think we should switch to a different camera for this inking process? What if we do? Let's see. Does this one... Is this in focus here? Yeah, actually, surprisingly, it is. Alright. Then let's just keep doing that. Robot will start coming along pretty soon. Although you will see all the wobbliness of the robot and like all the asymmetry. But I guess that's part of its charm in a way. Maybe this is his sound piece. He's like kind of like what we have as a mouth. Maybe that's his mouth. I kind of like that the other robot that I had in the sketch, the fridge looking one. I kind of like that square shape. Maybe I'll do that one off stream as well. Maybe he has this, you know, like the traffic light cap on top. antenna. Something like that. Maybe like I think with the streaming I can theoretically, if I want to, I can theoretically stream with good music, but then I can't record the podcast I can't record the process and upload it to YouTube because it will be muted there. So I'm still thinking what to do with this issue. Guess. Let's draw the outline of the general shape of this top breastplate, because it has by now kind of a lot of stuff. I wonder if now you hear the bells, because I remember before when I would mention a bell, everybody in chat would be like, no, there are no bells, you're hallucinating. But with this new microphone, am I still hallucinating, or are there bells? I think there are bells. I even hear it through the headphones. I don't know how you guys don't hear it. Unless you do. Just don't tell me. There's this thing. Hallucinations on my side. Oh no. This again. Usually when it comes to this, or at least traditional drawing, you would start with, I mean, maybe not, but especially if you're not sure what you're drawing, I would start with the front ground with full foreground and then go slowly to the background so you don't have these overlaps everywhere. But since I'm not sure about the shape, I'm starting kind of with whatever comes to mind, and then just try to keep in mind that some things might be overlapping. Something like this. Maybe there are connections to this part as well. Maybe it's like a main. There should, I don't know, maybe main frame. Is that the word? Something like that. And then maybe some rivets or whatever it is. This side. And plates of metal on these sides. Maybe it was built like a modular robot, so you can add some stuff depending on the needs of the expedition. Because right now when I look at it, it does seem like a robot that goes on adventures. You know, like to Mars and other places. Yeah, I guess something like that. a circular control panel for this holder of seeds. Something like this maybe. I don't know. Just adding random details kind of. This I know, I kind of like that this is like it's made out of a lot of different materials. I don't know how I will do it with watercolor, if I will do it with watercolor. Don't think I have ever watercolored a robot, so that might be a new experience. Also, there was a car passing by just now. Did you hear that? If you heard that, you must hear the bells as well. Alright, so then this maybe goes like here and here, the breastplate, I mean. Needs some curvature here to accommodate for the joint of the shoulder. And this one has already these armor plates. Just like this. Would be fun. They look a little odd, but let's not judge before we finish this piece. That's been kind of my mantra lately, because it really helps if you don't judge your art while you're drawing it and just kind of let it become the best version of itself first and then judge it. Or, I mean, you don't even have to judge it then as well, but if you're really into the judging whatever comes out of your art, then this might be good advice for you as well. Or, you know, like at least training it or trying this out might be helpful. For instance, with digital painting, or with basically with any new media that you're trying out, as soon as soon as you just pick up the, I don't know, the marker or the tablet or whatnot, you will start learning the new skill, and it's inevitably gonna suck at first because nobody knows anything before they learn it. And yeah, for some people it might be easier if they have, you know, some other skills or practiced something that might help, you know, with... Hey, hello Chucha, welcome to the stream. We're drawing Spring Robot today. In this case, it's the robot that takes care of dangerous plants. Too dangerous for humans to handle. Yeah, so you start learning the new skill that you kind of don't know, and that makes sense that you will suck at first, but it's really easy to get disencouraged because it takes practice and time and everything. It was the same with me in digital painting, because I can sketch, I can do some stuff. Chucha says that today is a holiday and she is trying to draw something. let's cheer for that. That's great. What are you gonna draw? You're gonna draw a spring robot? Or do you have something of your own in mind? There are just random shapes here and there. So yeah, like it's really easy to get disencouraged with the stuff that you draw if you're drawing kind of the first time. Chucha, if you want some inspiration, there are stream references, but also there are these. I will just show you real quick. I did a few sketches before the stream, like with just different ideas of either robots in spring, like, you know, lost robots in spring, or robots that take care of flowers during the spring, or robots that are made out of a spring, or some flower pot robots, you know. But if you don't like the idea of drawing a robot, you can of course switch to something different. Oh no, I put my hand on the nib of the pen by accident, and now it's not working as well as I would hope. I know, it's okay, it's back. Yeah, so about sucking in the beginning of any learning curve. Just wanted to mention that it helps to not judge the outcome until you get to the outcome, kind of, you know. You can easily get disencouraged if you think about it too much. But I guess it's all personal. For some people it's easier, for some people it's harder. Some kind of a control panel here, maybe with some bigger buttons and smaller buttons, and some levers and like little indicators and stuff. I don't know, just random stuff. Also, I kind of wanted to ask you guys if Chuchu says, thanks for the references I haven't drawn for the whole eternity. We'll try to remember now how to hold the pencil in my hand. Yeah, that's good. You can, it's still in you. You just need to remember how to do it, and it will come back as soon as you start drawing. I won't compare it with riding a bicycle though, but you know what they say about that stuff. So yeah, I think I finished my thought. It's really hard to keep the thought in mind sometimes. Just some, I don't know, tubes and details there. Here will be this big glass box. Maybe it's even like bigger than his head. This big glass box with the plant. this, but maybe it's a hinge. Let's switch back to the close-up maybe. Don't know why, but I guess why not. I decided to move this piece here in the middle, kind of a little bit more down, for no real reason other than I didn't want to keep it in the middle. Just thought it would be more interesting to have some more free space here, because then we can maybe paint the water in there, or like the colorfulness or something. We'll see when we get there, but that was the idea. So you might have all these little rivets and holes and whatever they're called, the vents and tubes and all that stuff. Something like that, maybe. Don't know. Oh, I have 3,000 followers now. I have to draw something festive. It says Schmelicopter, and I say yes. Congratulations, this is amazing. Can you share your Instagram with everybody in the chat? I think that's appropriate. Just send your link so everybody can follow you, because it's your art is great and inspiring, and you always show up on streams, so so it's extra points for you. Here to the next 3,000 followers. Also, I wanted to ask all of you regarding the medium in which the streams are happening in. So currently, as you see, I'm drawing traditionally, like I did all the other 20-something streams. But I have an iPad now, and I can do digital streams like I did last time, which was a little bit of a mess, but I think it was fine. No, you still shared. Oh, the second camera is just in this view. Maybe, do you think this view also needs a little camera in the corner? Maybe you're right. Let's switch back to this one so we can show to Mosk, who just joined us, some of the stuff we're doing. We did some of the sketches off stream. I mean, I did them, and then we picked a few of the favorites. This one, who's watering the dangerous plants, so humans don't have to do that. And then we did some of the sketches, and now it's the inking stage. Which is one of the most fun stages, I think. Let's draw this backpack kind of bigger than he is. because it on the back he's carrying this one. No, he's not putting gas into the whatever it's called in English, the fly eater, but close enough. I mean, it could be, you know, it could be that he's putting water and saving the plants, but maybe he's actually exterminating the plants that destroy crops, or that genius, he's destroying the plants that eat sheep and cattle. I think this is a great story. He's destroying plants that destroy agriculture on maybe on asteroids somewhere or something like this. On his shoulders he has, like here he has seeds. Exterminate. Yeah, exactly. On the shoulders, like this is a seed bank, kind of like a lot of seeds and little. I will draw through it. This is glass and this is glass. This is kind of like a seed collection, and this is maybe, I don't know, plant that he's studying or that he needs to bring for studies. Maybe something along these lines. Kind of like aquariums, yeah, but with plantariums. You get the idea. So it goes kind of like here, and in the middle is, if you didn't get it, like in the middle, this part is kind of like a barrel with water or maybe some chemicals or something. So there is that. And now I'm just randomly adding details to it, so there is kind of no specific idea or specific design or something like that. I'm just trying to make him a little bit more interesting, I guess. Let's indicate that this is kind of glass. This is as well. I'm indicating it with showing the thickness of the glass on the side, but I'm not sure if it's the best way or not, but it doesn't really matter. How are you doing there? Any progress? Any drawing? Anything? Anything happening? Let's add. I kind of like this hose sticking out of here, but can't. I feel like this is a barrel or like a battery thing, so don't really want it to stick out from here, from the top. So maybe I just move it to the side here. Mouse just came back from the shop, bought some food, and will go to pick up his son. That's a solid plan. I was thinking about going climbing today, but I woke up with a really bad backache, so I'm not sure if it's wise to go climbing with that. We'll see. Maybe it gets better by the evening. But food is good. Maybe we should draw some food on the stream, like a breakfast stream. Maybe it would be too dangerous because everybody is hungry. And maybe we can get some make some breakfast and then just draw all together, have breakfast together, like a community of people. Just trying to change the shape of the ellipse a little bit so it goes from kind of flat to a more open one, so it kind of communicates a little bit that it's an oval shape. Maybe it's an exhaust pipe. Maybe not. No idea what that is actually. Just random stuff. Like I said in the beginning that I like to keep everything believable and kind of making sense, and then just go ahead and draw completely random shapes that have no connection to anything whatsoever. But this is fine. This is fine. Maybe there are like letters on it, or some kind of prints, or like a symbol of some sorts. I don't know what that is. And it's kind of bothering me because it's looking quite dumb. But oh well. Can't do everything perfectly. So here you will see there will be these like rows of containers of seeds. Something like this, I guess. I mean, you can't see that it's seeds, but I mean, you have to trust me on that. Trust me, it's just seeds. How is it going with the llama there, Nervin? And with their flower pot robots helicopter. And if anybody else is drawing anything, please feel free to share and let us know and show off your stuff or get some feedback or critique or exposure. Kind of whatever you want. I mean, it's not a big exposure, I give you that, but you know, why not get a friendly eye to look at what you're doing there? That's another thing that I'm kind of trying to learn and accept as a good thing, is sharing your art. And that's kind of partially why I started streaming. Partially I just really wanted to try it out one day, and partially I wanted to, I don't know, share some art because I think it's helpful when people see the process and not just the final amazing piece, or not amazing, but still, whenever you see a final piece, it's usually you forget all the work that gets into it, and all the, not even the work itself, but the mistakes that you make and all that stuff. Nervin says, oh, Schmelicopter is drawing wine now. Wait, wine was last month. But are you sure you're drawing wine or you're drinking wine? That there is a big difference. And Nervin says, I started the second leg of the llama. Will take some time to finish, but I will go now and cook some food. Looking forward to see a finished robot later. Alright, thank you for drawing, Nervin. Have fun with llama. You can share your llama on Telegram later when you finish it, if you want to. But yeah, thanks for joining. Have some nice food there. Drawing King. Drawing King wine. When I finish it in 2 months. Yeah, that llama is taking a while, but you know, I want to keep streaming, so you have time. Maybe you can share it in 2 months. Indeed, who knows? The problem is these looks like fingers of his other hand, but they're actually not. Although maybe it is. Yeah, I mean it kind of looks too much as his fingers to not make it his fingers. And then we'll move the bottles maybe like here. I mean it's not ideal, but that will have to work. Chuchu said that seems like she's not gonna draw a robot. Why is that? Now time? Other things to do? Something else more inspiring? Or it's just not working out. That also happens. Yeah, I kind of wanted to ask in general, what are you guys looking for on the streams? Maybe we can improve it somehow. Like maybe digital is more your thing, or maybe both digital and traditional, or maybe something else. Maybe like the topics could be more specific, or I can announce topics beforehand. With that, I kind of am a little bit worried that if we come up with a stupid topic and announce it beforehand, then nobody will show up because the topic is dumb. So I don't really like coming up with a topic too much ahead. So I don't know. I guess this is just insecurities. So then there's this thing here, which is supposed to be kind of like a handle. I suck at drawing hands, so let's just consider this a decent robot hand and move on, okay? Thanks for cooperation. Chucha says she wants to draw dancing people or music. If you get something that you're okay with sharing, please do. Both on Telegram or Instagram or any other gram you see fit. Something along these lines. Guess maybe like add a little extra layer of complexity here by adding this completely unnecessary circle in the middle. I'm inking this guy, even though I had in mind to do him in watercolor. I'm not sure I will do it now because I kinda like him inked. Maybe I'll just do some more shading with pencil. What do you think? This will be kinda new. I never do this on stream. Or off stream, actually, as well. Let me make another rivet. Maybe another rivet here. Some indicators. Again, every sci-fi guy needs a lot of indicators of different energy levels. what else to add to this guy? So if he's holding it with the right hand, so his thumb would go this way, and maybe it's kind of like behind there, so it's okay. These are also empty, or not empty, but some glass files. Let's switch the camera so you can see some more of the details, because my hand doesn't cover it from this point. Don't know what that is again. Some sort of tubes. There are more tubes coming from here, and then they all get mixed together. Something like that. Don't know what the fuck is this. Just random details. I kind of found out that if you're just adding details, as long as you're consistent with where they are and how they look, you usually can add quite a lot of stuff before it starts looking weird. So there is, yeah, I wanted to have some overgrowth sticking from places. Maybe like there is some grass growing here. Maybe something is sticking out of here, and some like joints are covered in moss. Maybe there is like a vine coming from behind. Some just leaves and little extra branches here and there. Maybe flowers kind of sticking through there, through the power cables. Here, and maybe some other one is growing here. I don't know, just some random flowers, because it's supposed to be a spring robot, so you probably wouldn't recognize it as a spring robot if I would just show you the image, which is a pity. I always like when you don't have to tell the topic for people to understand what it was, but sometimes the topic is too specific or weird. Let's draw his legs. No, not too big. I guess it will have the same pattern as legs, as hands, arms. No, maybe something like that. Yeah, anyway, I think we'll be streaming another maybe like 10 minutes and call it a day. Almost done with this guy anyway. So, yeah. Maybe some kind of like mechanical parts. I don't know how robot legs are supposed to work. Because these ones. It becomes kind of more and more sketchy, which I don't mind, but also didn't expect. But let's keep it loose. Especially the legs. I think some of the other parts can be more detailed, but the legs are okay like that, I think. Maybe he needs some more interest in how to put it in his crotch area. Maybe there also should be some indicators. You know, something like that. And this, let's indicate that this is glass. And this is glass as well. And this is glass too. Yeah, maybe this is what we will finish on this time. Something like this guy. A robot that takes care of dangerous plants on the worlds far away. I think he needs a frame. That's what he needs. And maybe some background as well. Yeah, with the frame, let's just do what we had here. Something like this, and then just right here. And one line here. Yeah, maybe we need to add some more like leaves and plants sticking out from him. Also, there could be bubbles inside of him because there is water. Also, we can add bubbles here. Maybe it's carbonated. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, about the colors, I'm not sure. I think, what do you think? With my watercolors, you know my watercolors? They are kind of like they have really dark colors, and I'm not sure that this robot with these colors will look good. I feel like he needs some more, maybe like brighter colors. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe not. What do you guys think? Does he need some colors on the background, or not background, but on him. Maybe only like spot colors, like highlights. Yeah, maybe highlights. Trisha says she wants green. Yeah, probably you can add some green there. And maybe, you know what, maybe I will do? I will take a picture of him with the iPad and just try different colors on the iPad. So that, I think, concludes our Spring Robot stream. Stream number 24. Yeah, I think that would be it for today. I hope you guys had some fun. Maybe you drew something as well, maybe not. If you did, let me know. Post it on Instagram with hashtag #PSketchbookStream, or post it in Telegram or whatnot. And I hope you have a good day, have a good week. I will see you all next time. Don't forget to be kind to each other. Thanks you all for joining, and I see you next time. Bye bye, guys.